Now that the drivetrain is in place, I'm going to go ahead and align the gears. One of the first things I want to do, however, is just double check that the gears align properly. So I'm just going to look down in the top view, and that looks pretty good. All the gears are aligned correctly. Now, to actually align the teeth of the gears, what I've done is added work planes to each of the gears. Here we see one. I've just opened that up so we can see a 60-tooth gear. And there's a work plane going through a tooth and through the gap between the teeth, right in the center. I'm going to use those in constraints to align the teeth correctly. And we can see the work planes on each of the gears. And I'm going to constrain those just using a mate constraint. An angle constraint would work as well. Angle constraints can sometimes be very useful, particularly for driving those constraints in animations. So just rotate that around so you can see it. And we'll get that one. So select the first one, and then select the second one. So you're selecting a long work plane and then a short work plane, and that should align the teeth of the gears correctly. Apply that. Go and do the same on the other one. Just rotate that around. So again, we'll select one of the long work planes and then select the shorter one. We can click on apply. We'll just cancel out of that and check it. And you can see that the teeth now align correctly. So when we rotate these, they will work properly. The next thing to do then is check that, they don't rotate. Wonder why that is. Well, we've just applied a couple of constraints that mate those together. So to allow the motion to continue, I'm going to go into that 60-tooth gear, select the two constraints, and suppress them. Sometimes useful to rename those from mate 4 and 5 to something useful, just to remind you that that's the two constraints that were holding the gears in place. So I've started rotating the gears, and I want to check that they're rotating properly. To check that the gears are rotating properly, I'm just going to look at a side view. And, well, it looks kind of okay on the wheels, but I don't think the gears are meshing properly together. They're rotating the wrong way. So if you recall, when I created those rotation constraints, I just selected the default solution. It looks as if I should have selected that other solution. So let's go ahead and change those. There we are. Now let's rotate that counterclockwise. The middle gear's rotating clockwise, and the other one's counterclockwise. So that's good. Of course, we have to do that workflow for the gears on the other side of the robot as well.